mentioning a lot about protective supervision, paramedical services. So first, let's talk about protective supervision. You've already sort of given us a definition, but if you could, again, what is it and then who qualifies?
Protective supervision is for people who require 24/7 supervision in order to prevent them from causing accidental harm to themselves or to someone else due to severely impaired judgment, memory, or orientation. So their actions have to be non-self-directing, and the risk of the harm has to be because of their cognitive impairment. So non-self-directing means that they don't have the ability to assess danger and the risk of harm before they act. And sometimes they'll do this thing where they say, oh, well, your child knows their colors, so they're self-directing, or your child knows how to spell their name, so they're self-directing. Like, non-self-direction doesn't mean that your child is not has no cognition at all. It means that they're not able to assess the danger and the risk of harm before they act. Those are two very different things. So if they try to say, oh, well, this child knows that's Elmo, so they're self-directing, that's just not what it means. It means that they're unable to assess the danger before they act and assess the risk of harm.
And another huge question that always comes up around protective supervision is aggressive behaviors. So either to oneself or others. Does that qualify for protective supervision?
Okay. So again, you have to go back to the issue of self-direction. So if somebody is intentionally aggressive, if they know that if they throw this thing at that person's going to get hurt, that's self-directed behavior. And we tend to, and this is going to come up later too, but we tend to use words just colloquially like that and don't always think about what they mean. Like, we might think about a child who's throwing things as being aggressive, but if they're throwing things because of the sensory input that it provides, or because they like don't want it and they don't understand that if they throw it they could hurt someone, that's not the same as I have this thing and I'm just going to chuck it at someone to be, because I want to hit them. But it's just not the same. And we might think of it as aggression, but if it's not intentional, then you don't want to call it aggression, because that's not what's happening. And it's the same with self-harm. Sorry, say that again?
Sorry, if there is intentional aggression or self-harm?
So you cannot get protective supervision to watch for intentional aggression or intentional self-harm. However, there might be someone who has situations where they're intentionally aggressive or self-harming, and in other situations they're eloping because they don't understand what might happen. So it's not an automatic disqualifier if there's other situations where they could qualify for protective supervision, but you're not going to get it on the basis that they might intentionally hurt themselves or that they might intentionally hurt someone else.